You shouldn't waste your time, especially at this age, your time on friends who decide when it's good for them to be there for you, or who know exactly what's happening in your life but make the whole season in your life about them. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to share with you friendships. Now this video is about types of friends. So you get those friends who you have been friends. Some of them, they disappear along the way. So these are friends that were friends since you were in school, primary, high school. You guys have been through it, grew up in the same neighborhood. Yeah. And along the way, you guys just drifted. And I'm always amazed to see people who are still friends from that time until the time they are adults. Wow, that is commendable. But in most cases, for me, I can honestly say that I know of my friends that were my friends in high school, primary school, but I can't tell you what happened. Nothing happened, to be quite honest. We just grew apart. Get those friends, right? And you might see them around your neighborhood when you go back home, or you might see them even where you stay. Let's say you move to a different city and you don't have any bad feelings or anything about that. It's just that you're not friends anymore. However, you do have friends, or people that do have friends that they grew up with in high school, in primary school, and even varsity. So I'm fortunate enough to still have a friend from varsity that I'm still close with. So that person knows your life as a child, knows your parents, knows your early coming to self period, even your non-existent coming to yourself period, because you both were kids. So that person knows predominantly your nature as a child, and maybe even as a preteen, teenager, young adult. And then you get adult friendships. These are friends that you meet when you become an adult in your early 20s, mid 20s, that you also choose because you guys share the same values and you guys click. And then as you navigate those 20s, you also realize who are your real friends. And let's say you had 10 friends, the real friends probably are like 4 or 5 or 3. So the number starts going down, right? So these are the people that know everything about you, that met your family. You've probably attended their weddings, you know their kids, you know where they live, you know what's happening in their lives, right? And most of all, you support each other even in seasons that are not so good, and seasons that are also just opposite from not so good but too good. And then you have friends who we retire from. You met them maybe in your 30s, early 30s, mid 30s. You clicked quite suddenly, but for whatever reason, this can go both ways. It can be both friends that you met in your 20s, but also friends that you can meet in your 30s, even in your 40s, that you suddenly just retire from. Nothing bad happened. It's just that you guys grew apart, or there were just certain differences or certain ways of just showing up for each other that weren't existent, that caused the relationship to kind of disappear or become to non-existence. And this happens a lot. It's happened to me. And I believe at this stage, you shouldn't waste your time, especially at this age, your time on friends who decide when it's good for them to be there for you, or who know exactly what's happening in your life but make the whole season in your life about them. And you can also be that person where you know what's going on in your friend's life, and the importance here is that you know, both of you need to know. So we're not gonna go on things that you don't know. So sometimes people just act up and you don't even know why, or they choose to act up and they know the season that you are going through in your life, and it's a very transitional season, a very life-changing decision. But then that then they start making that whole period in your life all about them. So those friends are not your friends, because how can something, could be anything in your life, and then all of a sudden they start acting up and they start making that whole season about themselves? Those are not your friends. And also, what I've also picked up, even in the close friends, you learn to place people where they're supposed to be placed. Let's say you had 5 close friends, but only 2 are your true cheerleaders. And now this is going around in the socials, which is something that I'm debating, where a lot of people are saying on social media that if your friends are not cheering for you, they should be the first people supporting you, they should be the first people liking your post, you know, doing all these things that you're trying to do. They should be supporting you. Yes and no. No, because maybe your friends, or some of them, are not getting what you're doing. Yes, they are supportive, but they won't be supportive loudly, because they are maybe going through their own thing, or they don't relate to what you are sharing, or it could be many reasons. But also it could be the fact that they are jealous of you. Yeah, like we always try to go to the most negative reason, which is your friends are not supportive, they are jealous of you, they are hating. Yeah, that could be the reason. But also, as a mature adult, you also need to kind of weigh out, okay, and I know the ones that are jealous, that one is petty. But I also know the ones that are just not interested in what I'm doing, but they know what I'm doing, but they just like not interested. So they don't want to be superficial in their pursuit of supporting me. And likewise, even for yourself, even for me, I might have a friend who's busy doing things, but I am literally not interested in. I'm aware of it. I check up on it. She updates me about it. But because it's not something in my space, it's not relatable to me, you're not going to see me talking about it. You're not going to see me having like a discussion about it, because I don't know the ins and outs of what she does or what he does or whatever. So, but then you do know certain friends who you have shared interest in. You both know what you are doing, but you just don't support each other. Yes, maybe those are the ones that you can honestly say are jealous of you. Like, seriously, I'm doing exactly the same thing and you are just not supporting me. And I know those people. As a child of God, I think God has really pressed upon me to, in relation to everything else that's happening in your life, choose your struggle. But also place people where they're supposed to be placed. They don't need to know where they're placed, but just put them there. And move accordingly as well. Okay, find yourself, you know that your friend is just not supporting you, purely not supporting you. Let's get rid of all the other reasons. They're just not supporting you, and you guys have the same shared interest. They see you, they're just not supporting you. Then those people are jealous, or they are just petty, or they are just immature. And I've learned to meet people where they are, but also put them in specific boxes. And that's why I don't let those types of scenarios, and you honestly shouldn't let those types of scenarios worry you, take too much mental strain in you. Like, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? Listen, most of the people that I have on the socials that are supporting me are strangers, people that I've never met. I have over, I think, 18,000 followers across the platforms that I share on, and all those people are not my friends. And you'll find that people, as you do your thing, you do your personal passion projects, your friends can come along with you, they can support you, but some of them, they won't understand what you're doing, or some of them will honestly be jealous. And I think about Peter. You know, Peter had a really I don't know if it was healthy competition, but he always tried to one up one of the disciples. Like if Jesus was speaking to one of the disciples, it was like, what about that guy? What about that guy? Like God will tell him, this is what you're gonna be doing. And then Peter will be like, what about that guy? And then Jesus was like, don't worry what I do with that guy. Worry about what I'm telling you to do. And my philosophy as I've gotten older, in my late 30s now, is that worry about what you're doing. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Even what your friends are doing. Don't worry too much about what they're doing. Like, even your colleagues, don't worry too much what people are doing. Like, who cares? Just live our lives, follow our passions. If people support us along the way, yay! Thank you. If they don't, okay, I see you. And I know where to place you now. So guys, I just wanted to share this video because a lot of time, especially in our adult years, 20s, 30s, we go through a lot of betrayal, rejection, and it takes up a lot of mental strain. And I'm grateful to God for my sisters because they are like my friends, like my friends from the womb. Like, you know, you guys cannot just go MIA on me. But also they're just my sisters. They really do care for me and they support me. Even if they're not interested in certain things, they support me regardless. They check up on me. They give me advice. I give them advice. We give each other advice. We show up for each other. We share intimate things. Like we won't maybe share with certain people because we know where they hit spaces. They don't show up for us. So at the end of the day, I'm super grateful for my sisters because they're like all round everything else that I've just mentioned. They just do everything regardless of whether they are interested or not interested. They do it. And I think that's the type of love that I have been exposed to, and that's why I don't go looking for it elsewhere because I have it. It's like I can call on it, and I don't try and force things as well. And I was listening to this interview. One of the actors in the States was interviewing this lady. She's one of the Black African-American actresses, and she was asking her, how do you stay so young and your skin is popping? She says, boundaries, minding your own business, and drinking your water. I was like, that's me. I want to be that girl. Drink my water, do my thing, mind my business, and take care of those who take care of me as well. So have an awesome day, guys. I know this video might be a little controversial or not, depending on how mature you are in listening, but I hope it sparked a little reflection where you are, and maybe stop wasting too much time worrying about what other people are doing. Worry about yourself. Jesus says to Peter in the book of John, towards the end, I think it's John 21, one of the verses, he tells Peter that it will do you well to mind your own business. What I do for that one is neither here or there for you. So meet people in motion and live your life in motion as well. Don't stop for anybody, and don't waste your time stressing about people and why they don't do what they don't do. Isn't life more? There's more to life than that. So have an awesome day, guys. Bye.